I'm a Nigerian, but this lady called Chidinma Adetshina is pissing me off, and anybody that is sensible enough will be angry too. Because what do you mean? Did you come to Nigeria to mock us and leave? Are you not loved at home? What are you doing insisting that you must get South African passport for? Because you were born there. They have said no, you should go. This is the benefit of second citizenship. No? Is this not the reason why people fight to have second passport and be able to migrate and diversify as much as they want? Why are you insisting that they must accept you in a place that you are clearly not loved? Did you come here to pick up Miss Nigeria to mock us? What do you mean? They gave you Miss Nigeria off the back of Nigerian ladies that have obviously worked hard for that pageant to win it in Nigeria for Nigerians. But you want your own to go and carry it and be flexing in South Africa and be telling them in the court that we are nothing. Go and check what she's saying before you start supporting her. She goes to the court and be saying that, oh, Nigeria is not enough to be called a country. You go there to represent us for Miss Universe and you still go and be doing as if you are not loved at home. What is the problem? Why are you insisting they should give you their passports? If you love Nigeria so much that you came here and you pick up things from us, because any sensible person would have come back home and start investing or looking for a way to do something. And Miss Nigeria is not supposed to have a philanthropic assignment that they do to support the people that voted them in and made them to become that Miss Nigeria. Why is she there disgracing herself? Because this is looking like a beggar attitude at this point. What are you trying to prove? You are trying to prove to them that they must accept you. They are carrying placard. What if something happened to you now? You still come and say, oh, Nigerians should fight for you. Come back. Nigeria has done this thing to other countries before. It is not a new thing. We did it to Ghana. We did it to a lot of countries that they have to go. Go!
Ladies and gentlemen, what I have shown you, it is just the little that I have decided to bring for you on here. But there is a lot. Now, South Africans, we all know it is not supposed to be like that. That's not what the law tells you to do. It's not supposed to be like that. Chidima, she's just moving up and down, going to court, going back maybe to apartment. She's literally into the process of making sure that she handles her citizenship paperwork. We all know Chidima was born in South Africa. The father is Nigerian. And by the time her mother had not yet gotten her South African citizenship. You know, sometimes I sit down and be like, are South Africans intentionally choosing to be violent because they can be feared by the other African countries? Because honestly, that rioting, that fighting, beating people with bottles, it is not really necessary because that is not how it's supposed to be. How they are treating Chidima, like as if she is a criminal, like as if she is a thief. Oh, she has not done none of that. She is in South Africa. She's paying taxes just like any other person. But how South Africans have harassed this girl, how they have disrespected her, they almost pushed her to the ground. All in the name, we don't want you here, you don't belong here, we don't want refugees in our country, forgetting that we do have South African citizens in other parts of Africa, and they are safe. What if people choose to do the same onto the fellow South Africans? How would you feel, South Africans? How would you feel? I don't even know if South Africans sit down and think of the repercussions that would come out from this kind of division that they are creating between them and the other Africans. I don't know if they know how dangerous this is. Maybe they don't care. That's exactly what they want. Now, ladies and gentlemen, only this video, only this incident, it is making Nigerians come out and speak up. They are so hurt. They are so concerned about Chidima's situation in South Africa. They are telling her, girl, you are passing through all this disrespect, this brutality, mistreatment by those South Africans because you are the one choosing to be in South Africa. They want her to go back home. They want Chidima to go back home. And I am thinking they are creating these videos with full emotions because they are worried about her. Now, before we go ahead to watch these videos, in case you've landed on my channel for the very first time, I hope you do consider subscribing. Tap on that bell so that every time I upload any video on here, you are notified. Don't forget to like the video and also share it just to keep me to the algorithm.
Chidinma Adetshina, we Nigerians are really worried about your safety. I know that is your rights. South Africa is a place you call home. That is where you are born. But we are worried about your safety. How, if possible, can you just leave that place and stay in another country while you fight your rights, so that you will still be safe from us? It is really unfortunate and it is really a very shameful situation. South Africans, you guys should remember that your citizens are also in other countries and nobody is chasing them as you are chasing other Africans.
Can someone please tell Chidinma Anastasia that South Africa does not have birthright citizenship? Why is she holding on to South Africa this much? Nigeria practically gave her everything. Miss Universe Taraba, Miss Universe Nigeria, Miss Universe Oceania. They welcomed her and invited her to Nigeria when she was being rejected in South Africa. This is embarrassing. Is she saying that Nigeria is not good enough for her to stay and live there? Why is she fighting and holding on to South Africa citizenship? South Africa does not have birthright citizenship. Chidinma, come back to Nigeria, where you are welcome, where they gave you a home, where they gave you that Miss Universe ship to present the world. This is embarrassing to Nigerians.
South Africans, are you guys really this jobless? Take a look at this video. Thousands of South Africans have entered the street today, being 19th of August 2026, demanding for Chidinma Adetshina to leave their country. You are not telling me that this much people came to the Cape Town Regional Court today demanding for Chidinma to leave their country. I mean, the former beauty queen to leave their country. Make it make sense. Remember, Chidinma is still battling his legal status as a South African, and they are telling them, demanding for her to leave. Court have not delivered judgment yet if she's a South African or not, if she have a legal stay or not. But these people are taking law into their hand, demanding, protesting. What is wrong with these people? Please, those South Africans, I want to ask, is there more to this? Because you can't tell me that you left your house, your business, your home, and whatever you are doing to come out to protest for Chidinma to leave your country. Like standing under this hot sun, protesting for one person to be deported. Ha! But Chidinma too, leave South Africa for them now. They tie your destiny in South Africa. Leave South Africa for them. At least your father is from Nigeria. Your dad is a Nigerian. So why come home? Even though our country is not good, come home. At least when they rejected you from contesting, we accepted you. You won Mrs. Universe. Being a Nigerian, why are you still insisting to be with people that don't want you? Or you can equally locate to another country. You can equally move to UK, US, Canada, Australia. You have the capacity to do so. Why still fighting to be in South Africa? Why all this legal battle, legal tussle? For me,
That girl called Chidinma Adetshina. That Chidinma girl, she deserves everything she's getting from South Africa right now. This same girl came out to claim she is South African, and she contested. She didn't win. She went to Nigeria. She won Miss Nigeria. Then she returned back. She left Nigeria and returned back. In fact, Nigerians welcomed her. Nigerians accepted her. In fact, she had the opportunity to grow in Nigeria, but she chose to return back to South Africa to come and claim that she is a South African, meaning she's not actually proud to be Nigerian. Now she's back to South Africa trying to claim that she is a South African and South Africans are not giving her that chance. They are telling her to go back to her country. She cannot go back. She cannot go back because she doesn't want to be Nigerian. I don't know, but you went there to contest to be Miss World, Miss Nigeria, whatever thing you contested for. South Africans are doing to you, Chidinma Adetshina, you actually deserve it tenfold. I will call you a pick-me. You deserve everything. You want to have your cake and you want to have all the cakes and eat it. You cannot have your cake and eat it. You have to choose one. Either you belong to South Africa or you belong to Nigeria. You cannot put all your fingers in your mouth. You cannot put all your fingers in your mouth. So whatever South Africans are doing to you right now, you deserve it. Don't call it. Don't you ever dare call it xenophobic. It is not xenophobic. Don't you ever try to preach the Ubuntu. This is not about preaching about Ubuntu. You deserve everything South Africans are doing to you because you are actually not sincere and straightforward. You cannot have your cake and eat it or whatever the thing adage is. So South Africans, keep putting pressure on her because you left Nigeria and come back. Tell me why you leave Nigeria and come back to South Africa. Now you go suffer.
I'm not going to lie, honestly. What the South Africans are doing, they think people are fearing them because they can't fight, they can throw bottles onto other people because, not knowing they are just exposing how stupid and dumb and ignorant and violent they are. They're just exposing their bad side. There is nothing beautiful in what they're doing. There is nothing beautiful that they're exposing about South Africa. People are going to start moving around spitting. Every time you mention the word South Africa, they'll be like, don't tell me South Africa. And in the few years to come, they'll be the ones looking for the other African countries for help at one point. We are going to start seeing South Africans immigrating from South Africa, going to some of these African countries, looking for where to stay as refugees. Because at this point, what South Africans are doing is not only affecting the people, the immigrants that are in South Africa, but it's also going to start affecting them as them. Remember when they chased away immigrants apparently because the immigrants were taking away their jobs? Now, how is their employment status right now? They are still unemployed and they don't have jobs. Why? No company. No white man's company in South Africa that wants to employ none of these South Africans. They know them. They are so violent. They don't like peace. They like problems only. And they think it's cool. Nobody wants to associate with South Africans unless they are going to become the next slaves for the white man. Because the white man is going to move away from Cape Town, come take over their areas, develop it, and use them as slaves. They don't think of any of these repercussions. All they care about, they want to be feared. All they care about is using their hands, showing their brutality. They don't show anything nice about South Africa. And this is not safe at all. Even fellow South Africans are being beaten. We've seen how one of the news anchors, the journalist, was beaten with bottles. Even old people are moving on the streets shouting, South Africa is not a refugee camp. It's so sad. It is so sad. It is so sad. And they are just, I don't know, is this how the law in South Africa is? Is this what the law tells them to do? This is not nice. This is not cool. I feel like they're just breaking the law. And nobody cares really, since it's being done onto a foreigner. I don't know what you think, ladies and gentlemen. This is quite heartbreaking. And I am sure these people who are coming out, the Nigerians who are coming out to create these videos calling upon Chidima to go back home, to go back to Nigeria, they are concerned about her. They are concerned about her safety. They don't want anything bad to happen to her. And for the fact that they keep on telling her, go back to Nigeria, like as if Nigeria is some bad country that nobody would wish to be at. People are finding it very disrespectful. And that's why they're advising her, please girl, come back home. we're good here, you can make it here. But Chidima has her own reasons. Besides, maybe she just doesn't want to travel back and forth to be on flight because she is still dealing with her case of the paperwork citizenship in South Africa. I think she wants to deal with it when she is in South Africa. Maybe she's not even allowed to get out of South Africa until she's done with what she's doing. But how these South African violent people are treating her, it is scary and people are really concerned. Yeah. Please share your thoughts down in the commentary. I don't know what you think. Yeah. I guess we shall meet again in another video that I'll be uploading sooner. Have a beautiful day. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.